Hello, everyone. Welcome to Bayern Now, the ultimate Bayern Munich fan channel. Someone told me to be outside, so guess what I'm doing? Oh yeah. So Bayern Munich are linked with a move for Nico Melamed. I don't know how to say his name, but the Spanish midfielder who plays for Espanyol. And oh, okay, why? He has 7 goals and in 26 appearances from central midfield or central attacking midfield, whatever you want to call it. I guess he's probably an attacking midfielder who can play central midfield. I don't understand it. I don't know why Spanish people do this. They can't defend, but yet they play midfield. All right, so maybe he's an Iniesta. Maybe he's the next Andreas Iniesta. Maybe, or Xavi. Xavi. I love a Xavi right now. But as I exercise here, let's talk about why would this transfer not work for me? First of all, if it's a transfer, right, and he's 8.5 million wherever I read that, that's dirt cheap. Well, like, what if this guy becomes the next Kimmich or Gnabry? And I think that's what the club is thinking about, or the next Alphonso Davies. I think the club is thinking about, oh crap, man, we've got Davies from just these types of transfers. They're not really world class, but he can be world class with play time under the right coaching and the system as well. And they're probably thinking, hey, we might as well just capitalize on this opportunity, right? Not many clubs want him, and we might as well get him. And I think that's where the club is at. I think that's where we're trying to do right now. You're seeing every club. Clubs are now looking at players from underrated leagues, like the Belgium league. Jonathan David, I think that's his name. People are looking at him now because of Alphonso Davies. I think people will start looking at Canadian players and American players, and I think eventually we'll get to a point where the world, every single country would want to develop players. Clubs will start giving younger players chances to make money in the future. And I think this is good for football. Davies has revolutionized football in the last few months. Like, he's actually made football look so effortless. He's made the fullback position. He makes it look okay to play a 19-year-old, and he'll give you world-class performances. Alphonso Davies is the only young player. He wasn't even eligible to play for Bayern a few months ago. Like, the kid couldn't even start a Bundesliga game because he was too damn young. And now he's one of the best fullback. He is literally the second best fullback in the world, right behind Trent Alexander-Arnold. Not even a left back, best fullback. He's in that list now. Like, crazy. I mean, think about it. He's there with Alexandro is a playing fullback, and he's ahead of those people. He's ahead of Semedo. He's ahead of these established pros, and he's a 19-year-old. So I'm seeing more teams that are looking at younger players. Like, when I say young players, I'm talking about players that are young, playing in leagues, but haven't been given the chance and opportunity to really show themselves out. So teams are now looking for them, which is why I think Dortmund have a young. It's crazy. I think the way teams have looked at it and went, hey, we need. I mean, look at Jude Bellingham from Birmingham City. Now everyone wants him because of one good season. The people are thinking, if he's 16 years old and he's ripping it up there, even though the league is supposed to be a decent league, he might do well for us. And I think a lot of teams are starting to realize, hey, the future of football isn't getting some 36-year-old who's done with his career. It's getting young players who can come in and make a difference, who can bring something different to the team, bring pace but also intelligence. I don't know how we scouted Davies, but the kid has all of these traits. He's so good on the ball. It's crazy. It's like, how he always has strides in him where he pushes the ball, but he only does it just enough to not lose the ball. It's crazy. It's very nice to see, elegant as well. And, it's crazy. I actually really rate him. And teams are risking their, bank accounts for younger, more, like Kai Havertz. A team will pay 100 plus million. João Felix, a team paid 120 million for him. Like, teams are risking a lot of their budgets on these young players that aren't necessarily like seasoned pros. They're doing it to, it's a bargain. Like, if João Felix started performing extremely well, which he will, I think he'll get a weird run of form, like when football returns, because he's gonna gain all that confidence from the Liverpool game. He's gonna help Atletico Madrid get back to the top 4 in the Spanish league, and he's actually gonna be a good player for them. I actually think so. I think João Felix, a lot of people, he's, what I was thinking, isn't he like very similar to Kai Havertz. They play in that second striker role. They play elegantly. They try to make runs and score loads of goals from the attacking midfield position while getting a lot of assists. João Felix will succeed at Atletico Madrid. I think what needs to happen is he just needs to. I think Diego Big Man Simeone will start thinking to himself, hey, defensive football isn't really working. And he might just, you know what, because they can actually play football. They can. Atletico Madrid can set up to play football, but I think Simeone believes in his tactical philosophy of defending first. And, the conditioning, the way they're conditioned, I think they could play great football and still defend well. Because these guys can run for 50 minutes, or 90 minutes rather, at 100 miles per hour. It's crazy. So, teams are looking at these younger players, and is Nico Melamed, is he what Bayern need? No, he's not, because we want Leroy Sane. If we signed him, I'd be like, wow, cool, okay. I hope he does well when we play him, because he won't get play time right away. Like, he's only 18, I think. And I think he's only 18 or 17 or 16. I don't know. He's young, right? If Bayern Munich want you, even though we don't agree that our board and our scouting and our medical team is the best, if a Bayern Munich scout said, hey, we can buy this guy, somehow, some way they found something in you that, even look at Joshua Zagzi. He looks like such a cultured player at 18. Do you see that many young players look like him? But yet he looks so good because Bayern scouts were like, hey, this trait, he has these and he has these, he can improve on this. And then they send it over to the academy system and they eventually develop you. Chris Richards, he's not played at all for the first team, but I feel like there's something there. Despite the fact that he hasn't played for us yet, there's probably something there. All right, weird. I just got a notification to make a Bayern Now video, which I am right now. So Chris Richards, there's something there. So if Bayern Munich want him and buy him, I'd be like, okay, calm. Like, as much as I want Sane, I want Havertz, if we're trying to get back to the top. That's what I believe in. I think we need to get the best of the best to be in the best and win the best trophies, to consistently be where we were. I think we've fallen behind a little bit because we kept Ian Robin and Ribery for so long. And, we're probably going to keep a few more players for too long. Yeah, I'm perfectly content with us getting a young player, but if that doesn't hinder our ability to get Sane or Havertz, then I'm fine, right? But if it means that we have to get this kid and then we don't get Kai Havertz, I'm not interested. Come on, why? No, come on. I was only kidding. I'm not done exercising. So, no, if this kid comes into the club, I'm not going to be like, oh, right, I'm fine with us not signing Havertz now. No, I want Havertz. Now, I don't really want Havertz. Everyone knows that. I think he's going to be too expensive. And we have Thomas Muller who can be here for a few more seasons. Muller's going to be playing well until he's probably like 35. If Muller goes somewhere, he's not going to go to freaking Getafe or in Spain or Schalke in the Bundesliga. He's going to go to a Real Madrid. He's going to go to a Barcelona. He's going to go to Man United. He could even go to Liverpool and play a huge role in their team. He could go somewhere important. Thomas Muller isn't dead. Thomas Muller is a great player. He's not going to freaking leave Bayern and go somewhere crap. He's going to go somewhere more world class. And I think he'll be thinking, hey, I need to go somewhere where I can play regularly and at a high level. And Juventus might get Muller, right? Teams like that where I have too many footballs. I just realized, oh my God, 1, 2, 3. Oh, look. Have that ball. That's the World Cup ball. And there's another one in there, right there. Right? It's crazy. But I think Muller would leave and go to somewhere big, right? And if we're going to buy this kid and not buy Havertz, then I'm not interested, right? You know what? 8.5 million isn't much. That's his release clause, apparently. So someone told me, shout out to Aslan Nigargago, I don't know, I forgot the name, for actually telling me to talk about this kid. I looked him up after I made the stream, and now we're talking about him. So yeah, is he going to be a good option for Bayern Munich? Of course. Any player that's young and that's doing well in the league, he's playing in the second Spanish division, so it's not like some greatness, but not even the second one. He's playing in there's La Liga, and then there's La Liga 2. I think that's what he's playing in. But if we found something in him that, Espanyol haven't yet, then yeah, definitely. You know what's weird though? Espanyol are going to get relegated. We wanted Marc Roca from Espanyol. I think we wanted Roca because we need a CDM, and we still do. We need that dynamic CDM who makes loads of tackles per game. For me, I'd love Wilfred Ndidi from Leicester. You know what? I don't know if a lot of you know about him, but he's such a player. When Leicester didn't have Ndidi this season, they looked crap defensively. They were getting opened up. It was crazy. They were absolutely getting stuffed and pummeled. It was crazy. So because they didn't have one player, Ndidi, and I think Ndidi at Bayern would be a Thiago. If we're gonna sell Thiago, I'd want Ndidi in his place, because not because Ndidi is like Thiago, but because Thiago does everything Ndidi would do and more. That's what Thiago does. Like, we need two players to replace Thiago if Thiago leaves. I think we need Kimmich and also an Ndidi. Like, and also a very good attacking midfielder. Because ultimately, it's Thiago, he dribbles in midfield. He creates loads of chances. He moves the ball. He controls the tempo of the game while being asked to retain possession. He's literally creating, like, I think it was 3 chances per game, or having 3 key passes or something per game, or a lot of key passes per game, while playing a huge role defensively. He's making like 3 tackles per game, averaging 3 tackles per game, and he's making, I think, 1.5 interceptions per game. If Thiago is doing that, then like, we need someone who's gonna make all the tackles per game and also help us retain the ball. And Ndidi is, I think, my best option for that. I think he fits that CDM role so well. He's the best defensive midfielder in Europe, in my opinion. No, I'm saying defensive as in only defensive. Kimmich or Box. I wouldn't even say Kimmich is more of just a tempo controller. He just controls the tempo of the game and he moves the ball around well. That's really all he does, isn't it? So yeah, thank you everyone so much for watching. Mia San Mia, and peace.